You're good to go.
Growing up as a kid, the only thing I really cared about was not miss my Saturday morning cartoons. Going outside to play with my friends and come nighttime, keep this mind awake long enough so that I could watch along with my older siblings, Tales from the Crypt. So when I entered my early teens, I had assumed that the world was the same. And that we as human beings shared the mindset where ethnicity was only to identify and verify that we were all a bit different. But at the very same time, we shared the same ideals, ethics, morals, and we all loved Honey Nut Cheerios. That was until I entered high school, where, according to my society, prejudice and stereotypes was a big thing, and I was assigned a new, preconceived Asian identity. It was cute at first, really. I would even say a bit flattering, as people often assumed I was related to Bruce, Jackie, and Jet Li, that I could bluff my way into knowing Kung Fu to the 10th degree, and if I yelled loud enough, my hair would turn blonde and spiky like Goku from Dragon Ball Z. But as in real life, people get too comfortable, and in the war on race, all you Asians look the same. Hearing this on a daily basis had made me realize what my society believed about people similar to me, giving me the assumption that they felt that we have no suffering, that we don't have a story, that we can succeed without struggling, and that we don't have an identity. They were wrong. And this wasn't just my non-Asian audience. This lack of knowledge lived within my own Asian friends, wherein the only time for pride was if we yelled before it, AZN. And I couldn't kick it with that idea. I wanted to come correct. Express to represent. Let my fellow peers understand that my parents had a struggle, that they too had to make heart-wrenching decisions, and that they still continue to fight for their children's lives, because my heritage is here, and I'm not just another Asian. I'm Vietnamese American. I write poetry and stand up to the mic to bring people together, as words and stories bind us as a community, with full of different ethnicities, where they all have their own each individual stories. Stories I want to fall in love with, because knowledge is power. And as Uncle Ben once said, with great power comes great responsibility. A responsibility that we as a community melting pot must encourage the appreciation of our similarities, but at the same time respect the differences. For when it comes down to it, no matter where you or your family came from, there are issues in our country that affect us all across the board. War, health, political, disease, disaster, and etc. does not discriminate to what you look like. Cancer is cancer. And we have achieved success all on our own, within our own community, within our own organizations. So if we gathered our resource and pull together our knowledge, we can answer the questions at hand. Solve the problems now so that our future can have a story to tell for generations to come. So now tell me, what's your story?